Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Today we're looking at the brand new Lenovo Legion Pro 7i. For 2025, this laptop has been redesigned from the ground up. It comes with a bright OLED screen, a new triple fan cooling system, and performance that is stronger than ever. And no, it's not just because of the RGB lighting. But it's not all good news. Some things have actually stepped back. So, is this still one of the best gaming laptops you can buy? Let's find out in this review. The Legion Pro 7i comes in an Eclipse black finish. The lid and bottom are made of aluminum, while the inside feels like plastic. Even so, it still gives a solid impression. There's a little bit of flex when you press down, but overall, the build feels strong. Lenovo has also gone heavy on the RGB lighting this year. You'll find it on the back, on the lid logo, along the front bar, and of course on the keyboard. The hinges feel smooth when you open and close the lid. You can push it back or snap it open quickly, and the screen stays steady without wobbling while typing. The lid extends out slightly at the front, which makes it very easy to open with just one finger. The display tilts back as much as most laptops do. This model is a little bigger than the last one in all dimensions, but for a 16-inch gaming laptop, it still feels fairly portable. On its own, the laptop weighs about 5.7 pounds or 2.6 kilograms. Add the new 400-watt charger, and the weight jumps to 8.4 pounds or 3.8 kilograms. That's a lot to carry, but it's still lighter than the last generation. When compared to other 16-inch gaming laptops, it lands somewhere in the middle for weight. So not too heavy. But once you include the charger, it becomes one of the heavier options in this size. The good news is that the larger brick powers the stronger hardware inside, so the extra weight does come with benefits. Lenovo offers different configurations. I tested the RTX 5080 model, but there's also a version with the RTX 5090. Most of the benchmarks I'll share are from the 5080 system. The 5090 only arrived recently, so I was able to test it in a few select places. Both can be customized with higher or lower specs, depending on what you need. The keyboard on the Legion Pro 7i feels great to type on. The keys are a little clickier than last year's model, which makes them satisfying for both gaming and work. Every key has per-key RGB lighting, and even the secondary functions light up. If you hold down the function key, it highlights shortcuts, which is a neat touch. You can adjust brightness with the arrow keys and switch between lighting effects using the function and spacebar combo. Lenovo's Legion Space software gives you deeper control, with 9 brightness levels and 13 different effects. You can customize areas like the keyboard, the front light bar, the rear light bar, and the lid logo. However, in practice, effects often apply to all zones together, which feels a little limited. There's also an optional keycap set you can buy when ordering. For about $25, you can swap the WASD keys for smoother ceramic versions. Lenovo even includes extra switches in case you break one. The touchpad is plastic and works fine with smooth clicks, but it doesn't feel as premium as a glass pad would. Maybe Lenovo is saving that upgrade for the Legion 9. Speakers are placed at the front and on the sides, and they sound surprisingly good for a gaming laptop. They produce clear audio with decent bass. Latency results were also excellent, better than most other models tested in this range. This year, Lenovo moved all ports to the sides instead of the back. Some people may not like this because it means cable clutter is harder to manage. The port selection is still decent, but there are misses. Thunderbolt 5 is absent, and a Type-C port on each side would have been more useful. On the plus side, the laptop supports both discrete and integrated graphics outputs. Using the discrete GPU gives the best gaming and VR performance, while switching to the integrated GPU saves power and keeps the fans quieter. Opening up the laptop is easier than before. You'll need to remove 10 screws, but the shorter ones at the front are easy to spot. A pry tool helps, and once the panel is off, you'll see a metal cover protecting the key components. Under that, you get access to the battery, memory, SSD slots, and Wi-Fi card. 2 memory slots, 2 storage slots, and replaceable Wi-Fi mean the upgrade. E-potential is excellent. One slot supports PCIe Gen 5 SSDs, while the other is Gen 4. Speeds are extremely fast if you go with Gen 5, though you can save money by choosing Gen 4 checkout. Wireless performance is strong thanks to Wi-Fi 7, which is twice as fast as the previous 6E standard. That's useful if you stream, download large files, or game online. The Legion also comes with Bluetooth 5.4, which makes connecting wireless devices easier and more stable. The battery size depends on the region. Most versions ship with a 99 Wh battery, but the unit I tested had an 80 Wh pack. Naturally, the bigger battery should last longer. There's no auto-refresh rate drop when unplugging, but you can still change refresh rates manually using Windows or a quick shortcut. Battery life is average for a gaming laptop, but the new RTX 50 GPUs are more efficient than before, which helps. Lenovo's software also allows you to limit charge to 80% for longer battery health or slow charging overnight. Cooling has been completely reworked. The Legion now uses a vapor chamber system with 3 fans instead of 2. Air comes in from the bottom and out through the back. That's why there are no ports at the rear anymore. The triple fan design helps keep things cool even under heavy loads. Lenovo's new Legion Space software is where you manage performance modes, quiet, balance, and performance of the presets, while custom lets you tweak power and thermal settings. Extreme mode pushes things even further, but the fans get noticeably louder. Performance is where this laptop shines. The RTX 5080 model I tested delivers excellent frame rates in games, often close to or even matching more expensive RTX 5090 machines. The RTX 5090 version pushes things further, outperforming many larger laptops with the same GPU. This is thanks to the massive 400-watt charger, which gives the CPU and GPU higher sustained power levels. In benchmarks, the Legion showed nearly 40% better multi-core performance compared to last year's model. Content creation results in apps like Photoshop and DaVinci Resolve were also impressive, beating some higher-end machines. The screen is another highlight. Lenovo switched to OLED this year, and the panel looks fantastic. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, and brightness reached 500 nits in testing. That's brighter than most OLED laptop screens we've tested, which usually hover closer to 400 nits. Response time is lightning fast, under half a millisecond. The panel also supports advanced Optimus for smooth gaming without needing a reboot, though you still get a classic MUX switch if you prefer it. G-Sync is available with Optimus off, and it ensures tear-free gaming. There are some downsides, though. OLED brings risks of burn-in over time, and the glossy finish can be distracting in bright rooms. PWM flicker could also bother sensitive users. And while the 1440p webcam is sharp, it lacks IR for Windows Hello Face Unlock, which is odd on a premium laptop in 2025. Pricing will depend on configuration. The RTX 5080 version starts around $2,600, while the RTX 5090 model pushes closer to $3,200. Prices vary by region, and sales will make a difference. Like most gaming laptops this year, the launch prices are high. To sum it up, the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i is one of the most powerful gaming laptops you can buy in 2025. It has excellent performance, strong cooling, great build quality, and one of the best OLED screens on a laptop. The upgrade options are solid, and features like Wi-Fi 7 and customizable lighting add value. On the other hand, the large charger hurts portability, The missing Thunderbolt 5 feels like a step back, and the lack of IR face unlock is disappointing. Still, these are small issues compared to what you're getting. If you can find on a good sale, the Legion Pro 7i is easy to recommend for gamers and creators who want the best mix of performance and features in a 16-inch laptop. For more videos, please like and subscribe to Spec Hunter, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.